Greetings in the name of Jesus Christ. My name is Miriam, and I'm going to share a story with you tonight um, about Jesus. When he first came to me, I never could understand humbleness or what the fear of the Lord meant. I always thought of fear as being what you feel when you go to a scary movie, I never thought of fear. I never understood holy fear. I never understood righteous fear. I never understood exactly what it feels like to be in the presence of your very creator, the person, the soul, the God who created you. What does that feel like? And so when Jesus came to me, uh, I'm not a collapsing, fainty type person, but my first instinct was to get down on my face. And I got down on my knees and I began to shake and cry, and it was just this overwhelming love. It wasn't like a scary movie at all. It was literally a righteous fear. And now I understand the verse where it says, "Fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom." Um, as I lay there crying, all I felt was love. I have to tell you, there was no condemnation. All I felt was love. And Jesus put me in my mother's womb. That's the only way to describe it. I don't want to go on and on. All of a sudden, I knew I was in my mother's womb. I could hear her heartbeat. I could feel the liquid around me. I could hear her talking. My mother has a very distinctive voice. And I'm laying there and I'm shaking and I'm crying. And I'm like, what does this mean, Jesus? I'm thinking it. I can't really talk out loud. I don't want to say hysterical, but I'm sobbing pretty hard. And I realize I'm in my mother's womb. And all of a sudden, I feel like Jesus's hand was around me, almost as if he was the womb. I was inside of his hand, inside my mother's womb. That's the only way to say it. And he said to me, "You see, Miriam, I've had you since even before you were born. I created you. You're mine." And I guess from being raised, to tell the next part of the story, being raised in a children's home, I never really felt like I could belong anywhere or that I could trust anybody. So, before his spirit left me that night, I was really like demanding, how will I know if I'm yours? How do I know this is not just um, a psychic experience I'm having? Because I was very much in a new age and I was used to, up to that point, entertaining all kinds of spirits. And I don't do that anymore. I've learned my lesson. But so I was like, how do I know you're real, Jesus? How do I know you're real? And all of a sudden, I could see in my mind's eye, I did not see this physically, but he literally reached over and touched me on the forehead. I want to say he kissed me on my forehead, but I wouldn't be so presumptuous. But I definitely was touched on the forehead, and I felt like a tingly, warm sensation. And he said, "You are sealed. You are mine." Those were his very words. "You are sealed and you are mine." So I guess just like we can take the 666 in our forehead, we can also take the seal of Jesus in our forehead. So let me encourage you to ask Jesus right now, to pray right now tonight when you're alone in your bed and say, "Jesus, please come and seal me. I belong to you." You know, give me that sign that you gave Miriam, that I am sealed and that I belong to you and that there is no question whatsoever that I am safe at all times because you're in control of my life and I trust you. However you want to say it, but challenge Jesus. Ask him to seal you. Ask him to come into your heart and seal you up. And I don't know, maybe you'll even get a womb moment like I did where I was able to see him holding me in the womb. Or maybe that was just something that he did for me because I really needed it, because I felt so lost, just lost without parents. So everybody needs parents. And my father and mother was always Jesus, and that still is the truth today. please leave your prayer requests below or any experiences that you've had with Jesus that you'd like to share. I'd love to lift you up in prayer and get to know you better. Yahuwah bless you. Amen.